Just curious as
I
to what we ended on last time. Was it Sunday evening?
uh,
Yeah, about
purple.
11 o'clock my time.
Party fucking hard.
Um,
When we ended,
I have Monday morning written down.
Okay.
Around
it,
13 Monday morning.
it
that
answers the
sounds
question.
about right.
It does. You're right.
We should be on day 20, right?
That's day
Uh,
19.
day 19, which I believe would be a Monday. So, alrighty. Well, welcome everybody. Sorry for the delay on the start there. We're having some technical issues with the new Fantasy Ground updates, but we got it sorted and we are good to go. Uh, let's do introductions. We're gonna go backwards. Pam, you get to go first.
Hi everybody, I'm Pam. I'm playing Pearl, and I'm your beloved paladin, pirate, vampire. Well, not me, but yeah. Um, we're in trouble right now, or it seems like it. I don't know. We'll see. Excited for today's episode.
All right. Brad, jump around.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brad, a knight. Sorcerer. Standard.
Uh, Becca.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Becca. I am playing Gal, the Sea Elf who stuck as a mature.
Katie.
Hi everybody, I'm Katie playing Silt, the Tabaxi Warlock.
And Mike.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike. I'm playing Petty, Fairy Rogue. Seems to be the wild card of the group.
All right. We left.
Oh,
We left off last week with you guys getting out to the edge of the known world. All the wonderful sea adventures you've been partaking in over the last 19 days of sailing, and you finally get to the edge. Decided we're here, we might as well try diving and getting some storm crystals. That didn't work out too well. Ended up bumping into a creature of the depths, which, due to some DM inspiration gaining use of magical spells, everybody, the three of you that dived, were quickly shot back up to the surface using a gust of wind spell. And you continued towards the ship that you saw not too far off. And as you pulled up, you saw on board the ship a bunch of, well, Silt saw a bunch of familiar faces waiting to greet you. And that's where we left off. So I have drawn the outlines of the ships there for argument's sake. And I just went ahead and assumed you guys were going to dock with the ship. So all the ships have been lassoed together to create one giant ship. And action.
We're on foot in the city here.
A float killer.
party barge.
Just like that.
Here, hold my beer.
I would just be standing at the rail, with my hands on my hip, waiting.
Dig it to my back into that big pouch.
Okay. So standing there with your prideful stance, we'll call it.
Yep, the legs are a little bit, spread apart.
Oh,
Nice
shit.
wide stance.
Yep. Uh,
This is my fucking ship. Look what I did.
you a couple of things happen simultaneously. Stitch, your You know what the relations are. I'm going to leave it at that. Stitch pulls out a little guitar-looking thing and starts strumming a merry welcome home tune. And River comes with her wonderful feline agility, flying over the guardrail and just basically clothesline tackles you into a hug. Oh, Silt, you're back. I'm not going to do voices for every individual family member, but Silt has a very high-pitched girly girl voice. Silt, you're home.
Wait, Silt has a high-pitched voice now?
No, River does. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, wait, what happened here?
Wouldn't you like to know? Family business.
Okay, there's over 10 NPCs on the map right now, all of which have custom particular names, so bear with me. The bullshit.
Can I just look at Otis real quick and just say, we're in fucking trouble, man. Imagine all this cats getting in that big tantrum all at once like Silk does.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, possibly. I'm saying it out loud like concerned as fuck right now. Like, oh my god.
I mean,
Wait, but
You're-
I told you guys why. Like, you know,
Yeah, like family why?
But Pearl has never been around so many cats before. And you only have
Tabaxis.
and you know, she's concerned.
Yeah, I think the
table, like, does my family, how much does my family know about Grand Tempest?
we never did discuss that. I will leave that up to you and whatever Silt would have decided to share, and you just let me know.
Okay, I gotta find this file too. I need to reference.
Oh, God. The
You need-
shenanigans.
You need
File.
the family tree file.
Yeah, I just don't know where I
Oh, this is great.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll send it to you.
Okay, that's.
Like, I'm not concerned in a bad way. It's just that I'm worried that we're in trouble. That I don't know. It's just a lot going on for her right now. So she's never dealt with this type of a species before. So to her, it's like, oh, I hope they don't get into like a weird breakdown. Because then I don't know how we're gonna handle it. There's too many of them.
Right. If we all get into a weird simultaneous breakdown, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about.
It's alright, I make bird noises.
Did you
Keep me busy.
did you get it, Katie?
I did, yes.
Okay.
We'll have the whole ship running around the ship looking in a little barrel.
Otis is gonna chuckle at Cam and he's gonna, God damn it, Pearl. Too many characters to remember. Kind of pat Pearl on the shoulder and just, yeah. Let's just not eat anybody yet.
Oh no. This is not my type that way. No, absolutely not. We'll
It's
never
called
do
a
that.
hairball deal.
Yeah. No.
Somebody had to say it. If it wasn't him, it was gonna be me. So
I'm glad my other cousin isn't on board.
Oh my god.
That we
No,
know.
we're not doing that.
I can almost guarantee you he's not.
But you know, if Pearl starts hacking up hairballs, then she'll just blend into
Oh my god.
Anyway,
you guys are acting like a bunch of 6-year-olds at an adoption center.
damn right.
Pretty much.
You're talking to a fairy. What the fuck do you think was gonna happen?
Fair enough.
so if River calms down, I'll tell her welcome to.
There is no calming down. She is on you. She is hugging you. You will have to forcibly remove her.
That's I'm trying to like keep her like.
Okay. Why
I
are
was just
there?
gonna be looking on and like trying to hide smiles and not look too like jump for joy giddy that Silt's looking
I'm going to spin around and hand River to Gallon, then.
That's not what I said.
This is yours.
Away.
Jacob,
He's-
quick
he's
extra
vibes
vote,
with.
buddy.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yes, Mike.
The stream has a gray box and it's cutting me off.
Oh, it's because
I'm
I...
worried about how people
Nope.
seeing me, but
It's because I didn't do that. It's good now. It will be once the stream catches up. Thank you. So Katie, you were saying?
I'm gonna like vault over to go to ship.
Yeah, it's like a half step.
Then I'll walk up to her, and I'll do like a big solid arm shake or handshake. Like,
So you
definitely can do between mother.
you stick your arm out and she reaches up and like puts your jaw in her hand and turns your head to one side and then the other, kind of inspecting you. Goes, well, it seems you're back in one piece. And she grabs your arm. I'm assuming it's like the forearm shake like soldiers do to each other. Yeah. She gives you one.
Well, I have troubling news for you. There's a bounty on you and Hope.
There always has been. This is nothing new.
Above table, has there actually always been?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're well aware. They got revolted against and outcast, and you guys were hunted your entire life.
there's always been a bounty on the family's head, and we're really not here worried about that. They've been living their whole life this way.
So
Am I getting this straight?
it's like a standing bounty, because they were declared traitors to Haven. So it was, if you find them and kill them, here's a bounty reward. But every once in a while, somebody would get a wild hair to actually go looking for them, which was a problem. Mask will step up and give you the warmest embrace.
I will return it after a bit of hesitation. And then I'll look over at Dust and sort of, how long are you here for?
Till my ship comes back. Just came, dropped some supplies. They had a job to go. The crew went to run a job. I figured I'd stick around with the family for a little while.
Any news on anything? And I would, at this point, I think I would try to, I don't know what they are, but our jobs, I'd try to ask after the news about it, if that pertinent information that maybe he's heard of as well.
I'm sorry, in relation to what?
In relation to our jobs that we're doing, I'd ask if had any news of like the whatevers or the
Oh.
whatevers.
He'll give you a whole bunch of plenty of time for that. Shouldn't we wait for the rest of your friends before we talk about all that sort of stuff?
Shrug and sigh and look and see if what they're doing back there.
River is all over Gallon.
Alan is in like furious conversation with River. And just being like,
She-
"What's new? Tell me about yourself."
She has never seen a sea elf before, so she's like playing with your finned ears and touching your bow, and
Easy,
Yeah.
she got no manners.
She's just being, yeah, zero boundaries, touching everything.
Then I'm gonna respond in kind, and I will also do the same thing.
Elaborate.
Like touch her ears and stuff like that.
Okay. She does the,
I'll look. It looks like is she holding daggers?
hold on. Now I gotta pull up a fucking character sheet to see what she has. Yeah, she has a rapier and 2 daggers. They are currently sheathed.
Okay, so then I'll like point at those and like touch them and grab them and talk about knives with her.
Calm down, DM. We are not going MC-17.
Okay. If you say so.
Here, I'll describe it.
I'm just
All
making
not
sure.
flirtatious, River's just gonna be like a really good friend.
You do notice when you touch her ears, there's that moment of feline that comes through, and she does the, and then snaps back to sentience.
That's fine. Do not touch her ears.
Who's doing what?
Standing here watching it, I'm ready.
So,
Vale will step up and give you a shake, Silt, and Stitch will come up and give you a hug, just as Mask did.
so take me and show me around your boat.
Oh yeah, come on, come on, come on! And she runs and jumps over.
I
Everybody, come on!
go as quick as possible.
As soon as she starts like running across the ship, Wing will shout out, "River, wait." All at once, and we say hellos first. And she kind of like lets her head droop and goes, "Yes, mother." And then looks at you, Gal, and goes, "We have to wait."
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Wig will then turn to the ship and go, "You're all welcome aboard. Please join us." And they'll take a little half step back, make room for you. Stitch is doing like the typical old person thing and like hand over your shoulder, Silt, and welcome back, and like, you know, poking and making jokes at you.
I'll ask them if you learned any new songs.
We're working on a couple, but you know, it's never my muse to make them, just to repeat them. He says in his old raspy voice. So you still on the ship? What are you doing? Taddy, I know you said you were sitting there watching everybody. Pearl Otis?
Can I go and say hi?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was gonna ask Pearl who should go say hi.
Yeah, like I didn't want to be rude without still having her one with me.
No, everybody's backed up and waiting for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna look at Otis and say, let's go say hi. Don't be shy.
So the two of you step over, and Wing, you see Wing like staring at Taddy and the rest of the crew members, as if still waiting.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pearl. Nice to meet you.
Wing just kind of like sniffs, looks over at you, Silt, and this one's weird.
I'll just go.
Gal's gonna narrow her eyes at that.
If I'm standing next to Pearl, I'm gonna kind of like lean over and like, do we stink?
Let's give him a moment to sniff us.
Make a perception check, Otis.
Kind of one of those things that, like, I forgot how long you've been at sea.
19 days, and I don't think anybody's bathed the entire time.
We were just in the water though.
3 of them.
I s-
With a 19, Odess, you lean over and take a sniff of Pearl, and it's super faint, but she just has the slightest aroma of a dead body on her.
Please say that to me above table.
Mixed, of course, with the seawater and whatever else.
So yeah, I'll take a sniff of Pearl, and then like I'm like gonna sniff myself, make sure I'm not like thinking too.
You stink, but you don't have the dead bodies smell that she does.
Okay. I will kind of like, as I'm looking forward, it's one of those things like where you're looking forward and you're kind of talking out the side of your mouth. I'll kind of lean over to Pearl and be like,
Charles gonna be like, oh shit, and she's gonna go right here and jump in the water. Just very quickly, very like, oh shit, and just run and
You know, because that's not strange behavior.
You see her do the la 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 and start like rubbing salt water into her armpits.
and I'm just yeah, there you go. Exactly like that.
I don't know why. I didn't even imagine you running. I imagined you like sidestepping and then just like throw it, like still facing them, but just like throw your head and back over the over the railing.
Yep, just like that.
Otis is just gonna stand there and smile.
I'm gonna look at Wing and say, they're really quite. You can count on them.
Well, if you trust them, we will extend that trust as well. Mask will step up to you, Odess, and just give you this great big kitty hug. Grab you, step back, grab you by the shoulders. Welcome to the Hope.
He's gonna give one of those like, cause I don't know how tall he is compared to.
He's barely taller than Silt. So he's like hugging you around the abdomen, lower ribs.
So he's gonna kind of like stand there with like his arms like happens, just like I don't know what to do.
Hey guys, I gotta step away for just a couple minutes.
Okay.
It's gonna be like that awkward like. I mean, he was just going at it with Silt not long ago, and now the cat is hugging him, so he's like, fuck.
Well, I feel like we can't do much progression-wise without Katie here. So this is a chance for you guys to just kind of like say hello, do introductions, get to know the family without Katie here.
Go ahead.
Oh, above table. Who's the captain slash leader? Is it Wing?
We don't know.
You don't know. Role play.
Well, but Gal's just gonna be like, "Hi everyone. Sorry for bum rushing your boat. I just got really excited."
Yes, River's demeanor can be a little contagious at times, Wing says.
Like it. Gotta have some fun enjoying life, you know?
Pearl, did you get out of the water? Okay, she said she's still in the water.
If she's still in the water, I will kind of where's Gallon? As Gallon's kind of like talking, I'm gonna like go over here and I'm gonna look at Pearl and be like, "Get out of the water."
Pam stepped away from the computer for a second, so.
Of course. So I'll say that and then I'll just come right back.
So, who on this ship? Silt hasn't really, given us the rundown.
Well, Stitch over there, Silt's grandfather, owns and operates the ship as best as his age allows him. I guess you would call him the captain. This is Wing speaking, by the way. I am the matriarch of the family. I handle aggressive decisions, would be the finer way of putting it. This is my husband, Mask, patriarch. He just kind of keeps us alive in terms of food and water. It is my brother Vale, Silt's uncle. Him and his son Dust travel. They're back visiting for the moment, but they seek trade relations with pirates, nomads, sea elves, and the like. Keep us stocked and supplied, keep the ship afloat. And of course, the young one, River, is Silt's younger sister. Energy and hopefully due to take our place when she grows of age in terms of responsibilities. So while you were gone, Katie, they got the basic rundown of who's who, with Stitch being your grandpa, Vale being your uncle, Wing's brother, Dust being his son, Mask being your father, and River being your sister.
I don't know why it's going to take me a couple episodes to remember all of that.
Yeah. Well, I still.
Well, it's okay, because now that you know, I can
Yeah.
just do this and put it in
I
the
would
name.
call Chestrock over too. Thank you, Chestrock.
Zip over. Yeller.
This is my family. Family, this is Chestrock.
Hello, family. And they respond. Hello, and then look at you like, what the fuck is that?
After looking at them, they see me coming back to the ship, all stinking wet, and I'm gonna say, I apologize about my odor.
Wing will turn to you. Oh, it's quite fine. It was noticeable, was all.
Girls blushing.
I was embarrassed. Pearl moves humans for breakfast, and she's embarrassed about this.
Oh, yeah.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that in game?
No, I'm not.
I was like,
I was just meeting up in personal real quick over here. So, let's meet these roars. Yeah. Other personal details about the crew while we're at it. Oh man, you have me scared for a second. I'm like, oh god, no.
And it, Stitch will lean over to you, Silt, and go, well, it seems like you've, amassed yourself a nice little fleet and crew in the 2 years you were away.
Oh, Grandpa, I've amassed myself a fleet and most of the crew in the last couple of weeks.
Wow. You were able to get 5 ships and full crews for all of them in a couple of weeks?
As I told you, they're very, they're good.
I'm going to whisper to Silk, we got 5 ships?
I'm just looking at me like, I think he's being literal.
No, it's quite literal. 1, 2, and then he points off at the horizon. 3, 4, 5.
Are they floating in the air?
You turn around and look, and there are 3 ships due east on the horizon
In the water?
in the water.
Damn it. I don't know what. Oh, nope, those are not ours yet.
Yep. Not ours.
He turns to Dust and goes, your eyes, if you would, please. Dust nods and scampers up the catwalk. Pun intended. Gets up there, pulls out a spyglass. He goes, looks like one galleon and 2 scavengers. No flags.
Did we hear that?
Yeah, he's calling it down.
I'm gonna look at Patty and say, "You want a ship?"
Probably not.
Come on, you can captain the ship. Come on, buddy.
Dust will call down again. They're sailing right towards us, though. Should probably start moving if they're not yours.
So, okay, then I will call to Olive.
You people. Wing starts barking orders to help her get the sail ready. And Vale runs to do the same. Stitch
I will,
gives you a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and then runs back to the helm.
before Mask runs off, I'll ask him if
Yeah.
you have any extra sails. We're down some sails for our second ship.
Down is an understatement.
Yeah.
We have one in the supply room. Go ahead and take it. So you run back and grab it. That's the one with the barrels. The bottom right one. But you run back, and as soon as you open the door, you see it laying there folded up.
So I'll run and I'll grab it, and I will run back and I'll hand it to Odess.
I will take it and start heading back to the other ship.
I run after Odess, and as I pass by, I yell, "So thanks for the sales, everyone!" And then like pop over.
And I will say to Pearl and Chestrock, okay, let's go. Let's get ready for whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna say, excuse me, everybody, and I'll see you all later. Nice meeting you all.
And as I run off, I'll say, we'll talk more.
Yeah, Matt Wing will give you the. You know how it works. Safety first, then a conversation.
Yeah, that was more for, like, masks.
Yeah.
That guy.
As you guys are getting back to the ship, what are you doing? What preparations? What orders? The crew's waiting on orders. They're not going to do anything automatically. So
Which direction are the ships?
they are east from where you guys are. So they are that way. So to the south on your current map.
So I'm gonna give the sail to the crew and ask them to go string it up.
I Captain, and they get after it right away.
I'm gonna ask the crew to uncouple the ships. I'm assuming that with. Actually, I'll step over to the side and I'll yell at Odess and the crew if they know better. Will you be able to maneuver under 1.5 sails?
That's gonna be. I'm gonna turn to the crew and look at them. You guys know this ship better than I do.
Not at full speed, but well enough.
Okay, that's well enough. Then I will ask the crew to uncouple all the boats so that it's free.
I want to clarify with them real quick. Does well enough mean like we'll be able to keep up with everybody?
I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we're just getting ready for.
It depends on what you guys want to do. If you want to try and outrun them, or if you want to turn and face them. You guys are in command of the ships. You tell me.
I mean, so,
Would it slow us down less to stay towing them with another sail?
yeah, that's what I was trying
It-
to get at with the crew.
Okay, so
We have one extra sail. Are we going to be able to keep up if we decouple uncouple, or do we need to stay coupled up and go?
If
slow it down?
so if you're towing, if you're still towing, you will be able to move slightly faster than the slowest ship. Okay, so for let me pull up the stats here. Hold on a second, because I have this all worked out. So the Rock in a Hard Place can sail approximately 45 feet around. Fully sailed, the Unamid can sail the same, but with 1.5 sails, that's going to be dropped down to 30. So if you're towing the Unamid, both of your sail speeds will be 35 feet per round.
What was it before?
Before what?
Before we got the new sail.
Like
Just
5.
It was less than 30.
Okay.
It was like 5 because you were using bed sheets.
Okay. Well, I guess I'd still like we need to uncouple them.
Yeah.
Parallelly and do.
So if you want to tow, both ships joined will be able to move 35 feet around. If you go separately, the Rock in a Hard Place will be able to do the full 45. The Unamid will be able to do 30. And the ships will be able to move independently of each other for maneuvering purposes. Whereas if you stay coupled, the Unamid has to follow the Rock in a Hard Place.
Like I guess we should stay coupled right now and see.
What?
Uncouple later if we need to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember exactly how we're coupled together, but that might be.
It
I think
was
that's a
with
better
the-
idea.
Yeah, it was with the chains from the
Yeah.
back. To the back.
I think that's a better idea because at least we can go, and should we need to, as long as the crew isn't telling us that we can't be coupled quickly. So I would turn and ask for their expertise on that.
They would tell you it would take a little bit of work to uncouple them. Above table, it would take 30 seconds to decouple the ships per chain. So if you got 2 people separating the chains, it would take 5 rounds to decouple them.
Not too
Plus-
terrible,
plus two
but it is a long time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it takes 2 people to do that.
Mm-hmm. While you're thinking about that, Mask will step over to the edge and shout at you, Sil, to go. We sail south. If we can't outrun them, then we turn to face them when they're about 1,000 yards out. Just so you're aware of what we do. Not very. We rely on the storm to help us. As you notice, it's not so stormy when you get close to us, but go more than 100 feet out and the seas get rough. Slows the ships down quite a bit.
Does that, does Otis hear that?
Make a perception check. Because you're on the other ship.
For it as well.
Sure.
And I can also actively try and read his lips.
Yeah, you have line of sight and can see him, so you can read his lips. Odess, you make it out.
I'm gonna yell at Silt and ask Silt if they can, like, if they're able to bring the storm in closer, or not, if needed.
I'll relay that question.
It's on or off. No in between. But we don't... But we, the Hope, don't move very fast. We only... Above table, they get about 20 feet per round.
Oh, let's just stay uncoupled and go slow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if that's gonna be the case, because we're gonna get, what, 30 feet on
Yeah,
ours?
'cause,
You guys
like,
get
that's-
45?
Yeah, that's a big ass barge.
Yeah.
And how far was the sending on the, I'm gonna look at Gallon and ask how far she can talk to Patty.
I think that's gone by now, isn't it? The you're talking about the psychic
No.
link.
The earring.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's right. How far was that? 300 feet.
That 17 miles sounded really good. I'm not gonna lie.
It did. Nope, the earrings are 300 feet.
Well, guess we're gonna have to do the best we can. Try to stay within the hearing distance. But I would say if that's the case, then as they pull forward, we should probably put the Unabed on the other side.
So, like, sandwich it.
Sandwich
Yeah.
the barge.
Basically, I mean, we
Okay.
could just say we're doing it for that we don't draw it all.
I would say by this point, the new sail has been put up. You've all separated, so there's, 10, 15 feet in between the ships. Enough for safety space, basically. And if you wanted the Unamid to be positioned on the other side of the Hope, it's too easy. But you are all sailing south. What are you doing?
I'm gonna ask Goulash to take because he's the one kind of learning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask him to take the mail and Attila is onto the boat. Pardon me for my not nautical.
As you run to the front, Lanier stops you. Captain, requesting permission to join the Unamid. They've got the ballistas. I feel I'd be a better use there. Okay. She just like runs and jumps, fancy rope swings, Pirates of the Caribbean style, landing on the Unamid, and reports to you, Odessa, lets you know that she's there to assist with defense.
Okay. I will thank her graciously and tell her to do what she does best.
She is actually going to run back and start prepping the mangonel with Mook. And Sing and Stoke, unless told otherwise, are prepping the two forward ballistas. I assume you'd be at the helm, Odess. So, like,
Well, either
there.
myself, but I was going to ask Gallon, but Gallon has something.
I was gonna suggest, do you want me in the crow's nest?
Maybe we don't have any. Are you able to, like, do you have anything for the crow's nest?
My longbow. And I just like hold it up.
See ya.
But you're the captain, man. Whatever you want to do.
Can you see if you can
Good thing you,
radio
boo-boo.
Stoke and see if her family has an extra spyglass we can use?
Y'all are on the side of
You,
the boat?
yeah, you guys are on the other side of the Hope now.
Yeah, I would tell Gallon, that's not a bad idea, but see if they'll lend us a spyglass. That'll help you see.
Okay. I run over to the edge of our deck on the port side and ask them if they have an extra spyglass that we can have.
River, you see River just go running towards the back of the ship. And then comes back and jumps over to the ship and goes, "Here you go." And you can see Wing just like shaking her head as she continues getting a ballista ready to go.
Got a new follower, I see.
Thank
Nah,
God
we're
he's off of me.
Now we're friends.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Mutual admiration.
Above table, Mike, what's your perception?
13.
Gallons is damn.
25, baby!
Alex is
Let me pull the thing up here. So
My plus or my base perception?
Your plus. So like
Oh,
your
it's
standard
3.
skill.
Yeah, just 3.
I assume you're in the crow's nest.
Oh yeah. I actually I went up there and hiding. Put it
You're
in
hiding.
the top.
Okay.
Yeah, if you check the talking box down there, I wrote what I was doing and
Oh,
I did a
see.
stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. See,
Everybody
you were
else
so
will-
stealthy that I didn't know where you were, what you were doing.
Everybody was busy talking, and I figured it was just a minor side note, so no need to announce it.
And I will not try to give you this one class.
Once I get the spyglass from River, I crawl up to the crow's nest. And I can tell that the ships are closing in. So I relay, yes, and I relay that information to our captain and through the earring to Tatty.
I'm gonna look through the spyglasses. Not
make a perception check.
I'll yell down to so
at the front of
okay.
helm.
Yeah.
No, not
The bow.
the bow. I'm at the bow.
I'll yell what being relayed to me from Gallon.
And then I'll shout it over so that Silt's family can hear me too. Can I judge the distance?
Fucking math.
Still far enough away that like I'm just letting my legs probably just come like what 300 feet closer.
They're like a half a mile out right now.
Oh, okay.
What they look like. John Jerk, Captain, whoever his name is. Ah, fuck.
above table. I don't think any of us know who Dumb Dirt Captain is.
Well, I do.
One of you
And I
do.
recognize him. And I'm going to yell to Tatty to relay to Gallon that it's Captain Rondas that have the contract for the bounty, and I will also yell that to
I'll relay that message to Gallon.
You
I
look.
relay it to Odes.
Fair assumption. If somebody says relay, everybody gets the message from now on.
Respectfully, I do not want to take any chances. DM.
Fair enough.
we just get like cell phones.
I basically gave you that. With the earrings. So,
Tatty that.
yeah. Well, talk to Tatty. You shout that out, Silt, and then you pick your spyglass up and look again. And Gallon, you're looking as well, so you see this simultaneously. But you see them start to hit where the storms get really choppy, and the two sailing ships start slowing down. But the galleon is still coming.
Like he's got some kind of magical, or is he just really good at sailing?
Make an insight check. You're not sure.
Only because I saw it too.
What's your? Yeah, no, absolutely. I just need to check. Your
As you're checking
Dang.
that, I would be asking Gallon to relay that I need to know from Syl if we're gonna try to talk to this guy or not, because Because if we're not, we need to catch them in the storm.
Galen, I actually need a history check from you.
Ooh.
If that gets relayed,
Oh yeah. Galen knows shit. Why don't we try?
if that gets relayed, I would
It
try
does.
to converse with my family about that decision.
Which decision? I'm sorry, I was tuned out for a half second.
About whether we're just straight up combat with Rondus or if we're gonna try to talk to him.
I'm relaying to Sylvia. Basically, if we're gonna fight this guy, then we need to catch him where he's at the edge of the storm.
Mhm.
Us staying just slightly out of it, with him still in it, having that proper distance.
Okay.
between our matches is
Um,
what we're gonna do.
Sil, did you relay who this is to your family members?
Yes, I did.
Okay. They would inform you that if these people are here seeking a bounty, it's no quarter. If they catch up, we will turn and fight or die trying.
I will relay that back to, well, eventually Otis. Except for
I should make you guys actually play telephone and whisper to each other and see what messages actually make it where.
who has a good microphone.
What would the goal be for that?
That would actually,
No, it's like playing telephone when you were in kindergarten and somebody whispers something in your ear and then you whisper it to the next person and by the time you get down the line the message is almost completely changed. I'll do that.
I guess like you have to roll to see how well you receive the message and how well you give the message.
Yeah.
Hey, we're giving it back to you, damn it.
Mini games galore. Is anybody else doing anything preparation wise? I mean, this is a good chance for you guys to like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to communicate with Sylph as best I can. I mean, if they catch up, they're gaining on us. I need to know because we're gonna go catch them in no quarter. If you want me to fight at the strongest that I can fight, that's where I'm gonna have to do it at. Which means we're gonna be separated from here. So unless they can make this storm smaller and bring it closer to the ship, they said they can.
Correct. Yeah.
Because there's no storm clouds above us, right?
Correct.
I guess I should clarify that.
There's no storm clouds within 100 feet of the Hope.
So are you saying that you're going to go out further to engage them?
Hold on 1 second. If there's no storm clouds within 100 feet, I hope that might change things. I mean, I can hang back a little bit from you guys. It'll give me a little extra distance. I don't know how fast they're moving or how what they're moving, but if I stay here, basically above table, I'm gonna get one round where I can smack the shit out of them as hard as I can, and that's all we're gonna get out of that.
Well,
If I drop back some, I can hit them while they're in the storm.
I mean, I might as well stay back with you since faster than Unarmed anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that they catch us, but I mean, your family also has ballistas, and it sounds like whoever the angry, salty little cat is seems to fucking know how to fight some way in this. So if they got a better plan, then they need to say something. Otherwise, we're gonna have to use the storm. If you need to tell them that, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I
But
think that we would just be like an extra line of defense for them.
Because you're not really.
So Katie, you've experienced your family's naval combat methods a few times, and they run it pretty routine with using the ballistas and their abilities to soften the ships up maybe target their siege weapons so they can't get hit while they're coming in, and then they board, and your mother, uncle, and cousin would handle business from there.
I totally fix that.
Again, that's great. I mean, well, the Hope only sails at what, 20 feet?
20 or
Yeah.
25.
So why don't we just drop back and start? If we're taking no quarter, we're not even going to try to talk to these guys.
Right.
Then let's drop back to the edge of the storm, and I'll just start nuking the shit out of their ship as best I can.
Sounds good.
And then we'll have to catch up with the Hope, and hopefully, if we catch up with the Hope, they can try and help us fight whatever the fuck this is, and hopefully the storm will slow down the other two, so we only have to deal with the one. Correct me, DM, but I think that's what I was hearing.
Yeah, the two smaller ones are slowed as they hit the storm. The big one doesn't seem to be slowing at all.
And I'm going to ask Silk and her family, are we trying to, right off the bat, are we trying to keep this ship or no?
No, I don't want. I can't handle another ship if we wanna. If it's worth trading up. I don't know. Like, I kind of don't want to deal with it because he has his fingers in with the High Tri, and I don't want to roll back into town with.
Let's go fucking sink the motherfucker. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yep.
You want me to sink it? We'll
The
sink
motherfucker.
It.
Yep.
Alright, we'll sink it. Cool. So then I think the game plan is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Silk, and everybody else at the table, if you have anything, any ideas, as we're all communicating with each other, I'm totally open. But I think we drop back and just throw what we can at him if we're going to take no quarter. And if he manages to catch up to us, maybe we, pull up or see what the Hope's going to do, and basically try to soften attrition, take out as many of them as you can.
Yep.
As fast. I mean, we don't know what its capabilities are, and unfortunately, Unamid is the only one that can, fight. So I don't know what your plan is. So
I'm just gonna, we'll be a distraction, and I'll.
I mean, if you guys are gonna get up close and fight like that, that's fine. Cause that'll keep them busy, and I can nuke the shit out of them.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Purple.
will relay that to Hope that we're gonna fall back and soften them up.
They nod in acknowledgement, and your father Mask says, "Stay safe, Silt. We only just got you back. We'll see you when it's done."
I'll wink at him.
You can see his demeanor's changed from the happy-go-lucky he normally is to an oh shit seriousness.
He is nice, and that's the problem. He's too nice.
Alright. So we got the plan. You guys are gonna get in close. As you guys are getting in close, I'm gonna soften them up with the ballistas and everything else. Have an officer do what they're gonna do. And I would explain to our crew, knowing that they're not going to actively engage unless it's a threat, that this ship is out for these people, and us being associated with these people would therefore make us a threat to them, and that they will actively engage us, most likely.
We'll attack. Best as we can,
clarify
as
with
best as
the,
we know how.
with the I'm talking about like the hired hands kind of thing.
They tell you that you're the captain. They'll follow your orders.
Okay. Yeah, so that's game plan. Last thing I'm checking with Silt is, at what point do we decide we're going to move off? Because I'm going to need to know when we're moving. No, I'm talking about from our engagement. When do we break above table Jacob and I would do it is breaking contact.
I don't want to wait until we're crippled.
Well, as soon as you break contact, you need to tell me you're breaking contact. I'll try to cover you as best I can,
Will do.
and we'll get the fuck out of here. But just make sure you tell me so I'm not tripping on what's going on.
Yep. And if I need you to break contact first, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna do something new. Okay. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go great, we won't do this again.
Is this the one you were telling me about?
I don't know what I told you about.
Fair enough.
So there are some rules here. First off, Brad, try double-clicking the Unamid down at the bottom. And Katie, try double-clicking the Rock in a Hard Place. See if the stat sheet shows up.
No, I'm not getting the stat sheet.
Okay. So let's do...
I mean, if you pop it up, I can.
Yeah.
Hotbar.
I don't know how Dane did this back in the day. Katie, I think it was on Wednesday with you. When Bitch Slap would get polymorphed, he'd put just like the NPC token down and then give you the character sheet for it. That's what I'm trying to do here. Let me try changing them to friendly. Try again.
Yep. I got it.
Okay. Perfect. So, Brad, being the captain of the Unamid, you will have control of the Unamid. And Katie, you'll have control of the Rock in a Hard Place. There are some rules that go with this encounter, or how this will work. And this will apply to everybody. So if you're not captaining the ship, you still have something to do. So here are the rules for how this encounter will work, if I can get it to send. Alright, so on a ship's turn, all the players aboard that ship will also take their turn. So if you wanted to cast a spell, shoot your bow, shoot your crossbow, shoot your pistol, whatever, that is when you will do it. Only the ships will have initiative for right now. Okay.
I don't like that.
That being said, as crew members of the ship and officers of the ship, you can also use your turn to issue a command to the crew members, like turning the ship, adjusting the sails, firing ship weapons, dropping the anchor, etc., etc. Okay? So, Brad, if you were going to command them to fire, that would be your action that round.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to like turn the ship or anything like that.
No. So it's kind of built like if you're in command, you're spending your turn looking at everything, evaluating everything, and issuing the command. It sounds like it sucks, but I think I built this to be pretty balanced. Of course, if it doesn't work, we'll either adjust it on the fly or after the fact. Bear with me. I made this system from scratch. So, if you, the player, are operating a siege weapon and you have crew members assisting you, they will automatically load and aim it, and then you can use your action to fire it. So you won't need to command them, hey, help me. They're automatically doing it. All right. In the event of, or in the situation like with Brad and Becca, you can issue the command, fire weapons, and the crew will fire whatever weapons are ready to be fired. But that is your action for that round. I need a pen and paper. Give me just a second. If you, as a player, decide to leave the ship, I will put your character token on the map, and you will roll your own individual initiative and act independently of the ship. If you get back on the ship, your initiative will go back into the ship's order. And any ships not within 100 feet of Hope will have half movement speed and a -5 to all siege attacks. I got an old school pen and paper this. Give me just a second. Okay. I have your guys' ram damage there as well. So, Katie, for your ship, if you choose to ram another ship, it's an automatic hit. It'll be 4d10 bludgeoning damage, and your ship will take half of whatever you roll. Brad, your ship is 5d10 bludgeoning, and you'll take half of that on the hit. Any questions? So you can issue one general command, and anybody who can hear you will follow it, or you can give specialized commands.
Okay, but just one specialized command. Like,
Yeah.
Pearl, do this, like jump in a circle or whatever.
So no, this crew commands are for the NPC crew members. If you wanted to say, "Hey, Pearl, do this," that's your speech for the round. That doesn't count. That doesn't take an action because there's no guarantee that she's gonna follow it. So I'm not gonna charge action economy for that. Distances on this map are accurate. It's kind of a pain in the butt because of how big the map is, but the galleon is currently 800 feet from the Rock and a Hard Place and the Unamid. So that is where we will start that at. Katie and Brad, the ships don't have initiatives. So I'm going to have both of you roll a d6.
Sorry about that. Can I clarify one thing about the action for captains?
Yeah.
Just so I understand correctly. So our action would either be to issue an order to the crew or steer the ship, one or the other.
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So in theory, the ship's movement is going to stay moving in whatever direction we had it last. If we don't
Yeah.
take an action, right?
Yeah, if you don't take any action to steer the ship, it will maintain current course.
I would need to know like how much to raise the sails in order to adjust the speed.
So full sails is full speed, half sails is half speed, and no sails is no speed.
Like 2/3 sails is 2/3 speed.
We're just gonna do full, half, and none, for sake of ease.
And you're doing the mangonels have a reach of 300 feet.
It is whatever it is on the ship. Give me just a second. I'll tell you.
Ignore that. I don't know why that popped up. Sorry.
800 feet for the mangonel. Correct.
So they're within range right now. But
Yeah, they're
they're 40 feet
right.
away.
They're right on the edge of it.
Oh, I thought you said 400 feet.
800.
Oh, okay.
So
They're,
the
they're 800 from us. The storm's like the cusp of the storm is about 100 feet from us.
yeah. So you guys, your ship is right inside that storm line surrounding the Hope. So if you back off another 10 feet, it's going to start affecting your speed. Well, a little bit more than 10 feet, but there's some wiggle room on that. But, okay. One more thing before we begin is crew placements, because you guys had time to get ready. Where the hell? Too many maps. So Brad, you have 4 crew members, currently 2 on the Mangonel and 1 on each ballista. Is there any different placement you would want?
Yes. I am going to have, because I'm assuming with all our preparation, they've already loaded these, they're prepped to fire, like,
For first round, yes.
yeah, so we only need one person to fire it the first round.
Yeah. Do you need the siege weapon stats again? Yeah, I'll just put them out anyways. Oh, why didn't that? Okay, so the Mangonel, up to 800 feet, cannot shoot within 60 feet. And the ballista is up to 480 feet.
Okay.
Keep in mind also, your ballistas are on the side, so you would have to turn the ship
Oh yeah.
to get line of sight. Okay.
So what I would issue is, since they're already all armed, I would tell the 2 crew members that are running the ballista to, one of them is going to help me with the ship if I need to let go of it. So I'll have one come up to the helm.
I can come down from the crow's nest now that we've got a better eye on them. If you want.
That's up to you. I don't know what kind of position you want to take in regards to just. So, Gal, we are going to be doing the ranged attacks. We are not, in theory, we're not the ones that are going to be going up and jumping on this boat and swashbuckling. So I don't know if you want to come down and steer the ship. Awesome. If you want to take pot shots, I mean, I don't know how Gal wants to run that.
I think you're going to be more effective in the ranged attacks. I mean, my arrows aren't going to do much. We're out of sheets to build flaming arrows.
Okay.
So I'm willing to come down and steer the ship.
Okay. If you want to do that, then we can leave.
Everyone manning a weapon since they know how to use it.
Well, yeah, but I think if I remember Jacob correctly, if I have 3 people on a siege weapon, it would basically take them like
So
every other round to fire it, load and fire it.
if you have 3 people on a ballista, it can fire every round. If you have, but you need 5 people on a Mangonel for it to fire every round. So 2 people on the Mangonel, it'll be able to fire every 3rd round.
Okay. So then what I would do is, if our ship's in the position that they're in now, is I would tell the other 2, if the ballistas are already ready to go, to drop back to the Mangonel and help assist with loading with them, and I will help assist them for now until they get within range of what I'm going to do. And Gal, if you want to steer the ship for now, we can at least start launching some stuff with them. I don't know how much ammo we have for the Mangonel. We'll have to watch on that one.
I didn't write down how much ammo you guys actually have, so you have 8 rocks and 15 bolts total for siege ammo.
So Gal, if you want to take the helm for now, that would be awesome. And I will assist the other 4 crew members on the Mangonel for now, and we will break it up from there.
So you're assisting on the Mangonel to begin with, Odess?
Yeah, so basically we're going to drop all of our crew members back to the Mangonel, including
Okay.
myself, and Gal's going to steer the ship.
Okay. Just keeping track of that. Okay. Well, the initiative is set, and the galleon gets to go first. It moves, and you see a rock come flying off of it. Katie and Brad, both of you roll a d20. Okay. It flies and hits the Unamed. And that is going to do... Where the hell is the Unamed? There it is.
I know, I was just looking for that too.
Do, 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 do. 26 damage to you. The Hope is maintaining course. So, unless you guys are moving laterally or back towards the other ships, we're not going to move the ships. Okay, so they're all maintaining pace with you. So don't move the ship south at all. Either left, right, or up only if you're going to move. But the Hope is up. They maintain course. Katie. So the way we'll do this is the captain will do their thing first, and then everybody else on the ship will get a chance to do theirs. That way we can keep some sort of order to it.
I guess I would have so I have triage at the helm, maintaining the heading on Scope's and Tilla, I would tell to raise the sails half so that we're not outpacing anybody.
Okay, so match speed.
Yeah. And Pearl, I guess I would say to Pearl, like, be ready, maybe have your darkness skill ready in case we need to take cover.
Okay.
Most of your attacks and tell Chest Rock to take the same boost.
Yeah, he'll run below deck. Or fly below deck. Okay. Anything else for you, Katie?
I would be back toward the blood ship.
Alright. Taddy, you up to anything?
I'll maintain my stealthiness up to crow's nest.
Okay.
I guess, just kind of ready my crossbow.
Okay.
In case they get close enough that you take a shot at something.
Alright. Pearl?
Just here whenever they need me.
Alright.
Start seeing any movement. Be here.
The sailing ships. Go ahead.
Do you want me to keep up with stealth rolls if I'm continue hiding, or you okay?
No.
with just-
When they get closer, I might make you roll for it, but they can't see shit right now. Still too far away.
You know that I know where you are since we were talking to each other.
I mean, I yelled. You notice where I yelled from, but yeah. If you didn't, you didn't. I had no
Oh,
clue.
yeah. I guess I wasn't. I don't care where you're yelling from. So.
Yeah. I'm just, I mean, I'm up in the crow's nest, you know, above table. I'm up in the crow's nest, crouching down below the railings of the crow's nest, trying to not be seen.
Yeah.
So
I'm
tried.
figuring you know how to take care of yourselves and do that to the best of your ability.
The sailing ships fall back, like the galleon is pulling away from them, but they are still catching on you guys, just much slower. Brad, the Unamed.
How far is the? I guess we said the distances are.
Yeah, the distances are accurate.
Ignore that. I was just using that for distance. I would tell the crew to fire the mangonel.
Okay. Yeah, so you're 775 right now. You should be able to pull up the NPC sheet and do that attack yourself.
So is this one at disadvantage or regular?
It'll be regular for you because you're still within the 100 feet. At misses.
We have fuck. Reload. That's all I got for that one.
Okay. Gallon. Anything? Okay. So just a heads up, if you are operating the helm, you don't have to do anything to keep it sailing straight. So if you needed to step away to shoot an arrow, whatever, like it's not going to affect the ship's movement. The only time you have to actively be on the helm is when you're like turning it or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, is it within shooting range right now for me? 600 feet?
At disadvantage. You could launch an arrow and try to hit it, but
I'll wait.
okay.
That's way outside of the.
So if it's outside of the max range, it's just at disadvantage. So, all right. Well, that brings us to the next round. Counting clicks. Bear with me. The galleon gains a little bit more and launches another stone, this time at the rock in a hard place. Hitting. 28 points of damage. Hope Hope stays on its course. Katie, you're up.
What did it hit?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The hull.
Because it looks like there's different values for the helm, ballista, cells. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, so those are targeted attacks. That's if you wanted to target something specific, you could do that and try to destroy a component of the ship.
Okay, so if they're just shooting willy nilly, it'll most likely hit our hull.
Yeah, so when you look at the ship in the combat tracker, you've got your overall health next to your initiative order. That's just the overall ship health. And then if on the drop down, you've got the individual components. So the sails, the ballista, the mangonel, and the helm. And each of those have their own AC and their own hit points. So if you wanted to disable a ship without destroying it, you could target the sails or the helm to keep the ship afloat, but render it unable to sail, basically.
Handy news. Thank you.
What I am going to do is. How can I measure things?
You trying to measure how far you are from the galleon?
No, I'm trying to measure how far, like, across the ship is from that, and how far the helm is from the
The helm from the back of the ship your helm from where you're standing. Is that what is 20 feet?
Okay, so I'm going to cast darkness on my ring.
Okay. Just drop. I'll put it on, or drop it on yourself in the combat tracker. That'll work. What's the radius on that? 20 feet?
It's 15.
There we go.
So it's on the combat tracker.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Alright, and there's your little darkness bubble off the back of the ship.
Is that 15-foot circumference or radius?
That's radius. Okay. Anything else?
No, I would just, I mean, I would say, talk about it, just rise up there. Whatever, like, yell to Tabby, like, the same thing. Stay safe.
Okay. Pearl, you cannot see into or through this darkness bubble off the back of the ship now. Taddy,
Because she has. Is Pearl just like, she has the darkness spell but can't see through it?
correct. Yeah, being able to cast the spell doesn't give you the ability to see through it. You can because of your invocation. She
I
cannot.
just figured that she had something that she made
No.
able to.
No,
Okay, so she can just
that's
move around
Cug.
in the dark.
Taddy, you are high enough up, you can see over it. So, Taddy, anything for this round?
We on to round 2?
Yep. There's only 6 items in the initiative, so it's...
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Okay.
No change.
Pearl?
Nothing at all. Not this
Nothing.
round.
Alright. The sailing ships will move a little bit. And Brad.
Alright. So, if I'm not mistaken, you said with 5 people we could load and fire in 1 round, right?
Correct.
So, I would have them load and fire again on this round.
He's within range.
So load and fire another.
Okay. Go ahead. Miss. Alright.
That's it. Tell them to reload and get ready for another shot.
Alright. You've got 6 rocks left. Gallon.
Same thing as last time. Just wait.
Alright. That'll bring us back up top.
Is the Hope not shooting any?
It only has ballistas.
It only has this. Okay, never mind.
Yep. So nothing's within range. Another rock's gonna come flying at the rock in a hard place. Missing. The Hope is gonna keep sailing. Why do I not have? There we go. Just a second, I'm checking range here. Okay. Katie.
Yes, but
Rock in a Hard Place is 660 feet away from the galleon. All right, Taddy. Any changes?
No changes.
Pearl, any changes?
No.
All right. Brad.
We are going to do the same thing. Load and launch,
Okay.
which I think we should be able to do this turn, right?
Yeah. No, you got 5 people on it with yourself, so you can fire every round.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's about 620 feet.
Yep.
Come on. This thing fucking sucks.
Bad dice.
Yeah. Change your dice, bud.
Yeah, that's all I got. Load and make ready.
All right. Becca, anything?
Nope.
All right.
Oh, I would have told Becca to, or Gal, very quickly, I would have told her to start preparing to trim the ship.
Okay.
Here,
Galleon.
Ship, not turn the ship.
Not yet. Don't do it.
So the galleon's gonna start moving.
That thing's quick. That thing's real quick.
And it's gonna launch another stone, this time at the Unamed. Missing. Hope maintains course. Katie. Okay. Taddy.
No changes.
Pearl. Alright. Little guys are gonna move a little bit. Brad.
Alright, so...
600 feet out now.
Oh, it's 600 feet out now?
Yep.
Oh. Sorry, I was mistaken. I thought that was 550. Not bad. Let's see. From shot 3, got load and fire another one.
Go for it.
Might be worse.
If you wanted to issue the command to a crew member to fire, I could drop it for you.
Did you change out the dice?
I'm changing it right now.
Alright, on a nat 1, the mangonel is going to jam and will take a round to be cleared before it can be fired again. Alright, all 4 of them get to work on it right away. So basically you just won't be able to fire it next round, but the round after that you can. Alright, Becca, anything for you?
I'm gonna probably start turning the boat. Correct, Captain?
Not yet.
Alright, then I'm not gonna do that. Then nothing. No, nothing's changed.
Alright. Galleon will move. And launch a stone at the rock in a hard place. Hitting. Hope is gonna maintain course. Katie. Should be like 550. 535 from you. It's 550 from Brad.
Wait, it's closer to her than it is me.
Angles, and they've got a smaller ship, so it calculates the distance from the center of the token, and your center is a little bit farther forward than hers is.
And how far did you say it was from me? 550?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at them through the spyglass, I guess. Why not?
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. Even with a 7, you can see Captain Rondis standing at the helm, barking orders to crew members. Nothing sticks out about the crew members. They seem like average Joe sailors, but issuing orders. And you can see the crew running around, scrambling, reloading the mangonel, getting the ballistas ready to shoot. Anything else for you? All right. Taddy, any changes?
Nope. There's
Pearl, and
nothing else to do. I'm not doing that.
all right. Pearl, any changes?
No, just waiting.
All right. Little guys start moving. Brad?
They're still 550 from us, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the crew to clear the mangonel and man the ballistas on the port side.
Okay. So if you tell them to man the ballistas, they're gonna stop clearing the mangonel.
Which still needs this round to clear, so that we can use the next round.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and clear the mangonel.
Okay. Becca, anything for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the spyglass and I'm gonna look at the boat. Do I see the captain?
Katie, it was only you that went to the ship, right? Before you guys set sail?
Yes, well, Kit, I think.
Okay.
But yes.
Yeah, I think Kit was. Okay. So you look through the spyglass, you see the same thing that Silt did. You just don't recognize anybody because you never met them before.
That's fine. I am now within range to use my long gun, correct?
Yes.
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark.
So what's the range on that?
I don't know if there is a range.
There
Per-
is. I don't think you're.
Oh,
There
my
is.
bad. I started meaning like that. Hold on.
I don't think you're in range of that.
Oh, I'm
N-
not.
90
not
feet.
90 feet.
Yes. So you can only put that on something within 90 feet of you.
Okay, cancel that. I'm just gonna shoot at the person I see on the deck.
Yeah.
The one
The
barking
important-
orders.
The important looking one.
Okay. So I put him in the combat tracker, and let me give him. Just dropped it in here. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there he is. He's right underneath the Hope. So drag your attack onto him in the combat tracker. There he is. Now he's there. Yeah, so just drag your attack into the combat tracker.
Oh, okay. And this is the first time I have to like expand my combat tracker. Keep it like really small.
You can just drop it in the chat box too, and we'll go old school and I'll tell you if you hit and
Okay,
whatnot.
let's just do that.
19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Again.
3 points of damage.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay. That's a good question. Roll a d5. Roll a d6.
I'm just saying, above table, fantasy ground rolls a lot of fucking nat ones.
Roll another attack. Just drop it in the chat box. That is exactly what you needed. Drop damage.
The good news is you can retrieve this arrow.
You sure can. It is firmly lodged in Lanier's shoulder. One of your crew members.
Apologize, and then I have to like run back to the helm.
She gives you a dirty look and gets back to work. Anything else for you?
Captain, do I turn the boat now or no?
They're still 550, right? They haven't gotten any closer.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Do you want to just tell me what the distance is that you want me to turn at?
Well, we can't use the ballistas until they're 480, so
Okay.
I'm trying
Oh, wait.
to guess faster.
Okay. Sounds good.
So,
Alright, then I just maintain where we're at.
Okay. I'll bring us up to the galleon.
I'm also changing my dice right now.
And it's going to launch another stone at the Unamid. Hitting. $19 damage. And not close enough for any of that yet. So the Hope is going to keep on course. Get rid of that douchebag for a second. Katie.
Where's the stone wall? Are we like skirting it?
Yeah, you're skirting it.
So if I drop back more, we'd be in this one.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask Daddy how close he has to be for possible. Close he feels comfortable being.
320.
I'm gonna look again. I guess. Nothing else to do.
You don't notice anything new.
That's it.
All right. Taddy, anything?
What's the distance?
You are 490.
Okay, yeah, so no change. I'm still gonna hide behind the rail and keep my crossbow ready.
Okay. Pearl?
Nothing yet.
Alright. Little ships will move a little bit. Brad.
we cleared the mangonel, right?
Yep, it can fire again this round.
We will load and fire again this round.
Okay, fire away. You'll have 3 rocks remaining after this one. There you go, buddy.
Fucking finally.
We'll chalk it up to first time captaining during combat.
I was gonna say I was that fantasy ground was kind of fucking me there for a minute. That was a lot of really low rolls all in one.
It's dice juju, man. That's what it is. So, Silt, as you're watching the ship, you see the rock come in and kind of smash across the top deck, and like one or two of the crew members stay down, but the rest get back up and hurriedly get back to work.
I probably will also.
Okay. That it for you, Brad?
Have load and make ready because they're what, 5? I'm guessing about 5 from us.
Yep. So if you were to have Becca turn the ship right now, you would be within range for the ballistas next round.
I'm going to ask Gal really quickly to prepare the rock in a hard place to start turning. That we're going to start turning. I haven't decided just yet, but to let them know that we're about to turn.
Okay. Becca?
Shot at the important looking person in the ship again. Sorry, I've also got the fan on because you're probably like windstorm.
It's all good. Let me put him back on the tracker there. Just go ahead and drop it in the chat box again.
That ones don't deter me. Sorry.
Duck, everybody.
The real question is, are you using the same arrow you just shot somebody with?
Yes.
Okay. 24 will hit. Go ahead and drop damage. Okay.
Ian.
With the crit.
And I'll look at Captain and see if he wants to turn the ship or he wants to wait till next turn.
To clarify, I will have told Gal that we're going to get ready to turn to starboard and to let the other ship know, but not turn just yet.
I will relay that information to Taddy via earring.
Wait, okay. So you're turning toward us.
No.
Right.
Starboard. The other way.
No, starboard's right.
Oh, so you're turning starboard?
Yeah, so I would be turning towards them.
Okay, so you're going to turn this way.
Yes. Above table, the reason for that, just as we're learning sea combat, is if I was to go to port, I would have to make almost a full 180 in order to fire the ballistas on that side.
I think you still have to turn a full 180
No.
to fire the ballista. No?
So you would only have to turn 90 degrees to get the ballistas broadsided.
Correct. Well, okay. Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, I guess we could change that. That we'll be turning the port then. I figured it would be, we would get a sooner shot if we were turning to starboard.
No, you'll be able to do it next round.
No, wait a minute. I see what Otis is saying.
Because it's
If he turns the other direction, he's going to come out a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and which is going to cause his ballistas to be pointed towards sailing ship number 2, and he would have to turn a little bit more to get his
Okay,
point
let
towards
me-
Gallia.
Let me clarify. The ballistas aren't fixed. You can still aim them like left and right. You just can't aim straight backwards unless they're mounted on the back of the ship.
Okay. So in essence, what you're saying is no matter which way we turn, it's going to be
Yeah.
X
Literally,
amount.
you could hit them if you turn the ship like this. There's enough wiggle room on the ballista. You'd be able to hit the galleon. You wouldn't be able to hit sailing ship 1, but you'd be able to hit galleon 2 or
So
sailing
that-
ship 2.
The direction that you're facing right now is what I would like to do.
Okay.
I haven't given the command for Gal to turn the ship that way just yet,
Yep.
but that's the way that we're.
It's all right. We're all learning as we go here. So.
I will relay that information to Tatty via Erie.
Okay.
I'm going to order.
I'll yell at Sil. Namen is turning the port.
I'll tell Taddy that I have received the message.
I'll let
received it,
Galen
received
know
it.
we got it.
All right.
10-4, wet buddy.
I copy your copy.
A string of emails. like that
Breaker,
at work.
breaker, brownie boy.
Oh no.
All right. This round, you will see the galleon start to turn off to its starboard. Another rock is going to come flying for the rock in a hard place.
You're not even the one shooting, bastard.
And then let me double check the range on that. Yeah, that's good. And then 2 ballista bolts fly at the Unamid. First one hits. Second one misses. The Hope begins a turn and starts drifting to starboard. Katie, you're up.
Going to tell Truage to turn starboard and match the angle of the boat.
Okay. Now, when turning, you can either have him give it a hard turn, which will get you a full 90, or you can have him do a soft turn, which will give you a 45.
Yep.
Okay. And you want him to do that right now.
Yes.
Okay. So he goes that, and you're going to pull away from the Unamid just a little bit. Taddy Pearl, anything?
Looks like our distance is still about 400, so nope.
440 right now.
Yep.
Okay. Sailing ships are gonna scooch in nice and slow like. This one is gonna turn. Brad.
All right. First things first. Have the crew. What I would like to do is basically tell, because they've. Is it loaded yet or no?
Yeah,
The
it's
main-
loaded. That is going to be their action this round. So you can give them a command to go do something else while you fire it, but they won't be able to do, like, they won't be able to fire the ballista because they spent their turn this round loading it and aiming it.
So I'm gonna tell, basically split up in teams of 2 since they've already loaded it. Split up in teams of 2 and go man the ballista on the starboard side. Yeah, starboard side.
Starboard is right. So if you were to turn towards the rock and hard place, that side. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna tell them to go ban those. I'm gonna launch the loaded mangonel
Okay.
at the ship.
Misses.
One anyways. And I'm gonna tell.
Well, you got 2 rocks left. Yeah, that was your 6th shot.
I will tell. So I'm gonna ask you just because we're learning. If I had Gal turn hard starboard, make us go 90. Are we gonna hit the rock and a hard place? Hard start.
If you went hard starboard, you wouldn't hit them. But you're gonna come really, really close.
That's fine. As long as we're not gonna hit them,
Okay.
that's fine. Basically, what my goal is to try and put ship like right there
Yep.
between the galleon and the rock and a hard place,
Gotcha.
so that we can provide them cover. So yeah, so I would ask Gal to turn hard starboard,
Okay.
as long as it's not going to hit the ship. And that's it for my turn.
All right.
What are their distance right now? 450.
From you, 430. Yep. Becca?
I'm going to attack.
Okay. So before we go any further on that, for your action, you can either turn the ship or take your shots.
Oh, fine, I'll turn the ship.
Okay. So you turn hard, and you guys are like tip to butt right now.
I'm still like, oh, I thought we were going to port. I'm surprised.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got that message a little late.
Nope, it's fine. I'm adaptable.
All right. So that wraps it up for that round. The galleon is going to. Galleon is going to launch a rock at the Hope. Misses. And then it's got 2 ballista bolts, one for each of your ships. First one misses. 120, 50. I forgot to put the -5 on that. What is your... that one is just gonna hit. Oh.
Sounds like we just gained a list.
You shoot me, I'm gonna shoot your ship.
Positive outlook on life.
The Hope will continue its turn and launch a bolt back at the galleon. Missing. Katie. Current range is 375. But if you turn, that distance will change. It'll...
Where will a round's worth of, if I don't change heading, put the rock in a hard place in the Hope?
So if you don't change your heading right now, you guys will probably run into each other.
Okay, that would happen.
It might take 2 or 3 turns for it to happen.
Well, like if I maintained this route and I turned next is what I want to know where I would be.
So if you turned next round, you would end up alongside him, probably like that.
Perfect. And we will maintain heading this round.
Okay.
And
Just give you a little scooch there.
yeah, that's I got nothing.
Okay. Taddy or Pearl?
Oh, I have
All right, let's do Tatty first.
Okay, so I have flasks of oil,
Okay.
dinner pots in my bag.
Okay.
I would like to pull them out, start prepping some of my crossbow bolts for flaming crossbow bolts.
Okay. What are you using to attach to the crossbow bolt for it to carry fire?
Like, I want to dip the bolt into the oil so that it's coated.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but fuck, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Because typically flaming arrows have like a wad of moss or cloth or something on the end of it that's soaked in oil, and then you light that on fire. But it's something light. If you're just doing the bolt,
I mean, I got some string. I can wrap a little string around their finger.
if you want to do that, that'll definitely increase the chances of it. Okay, so you spend your turn doing that.
Yeah.
In 6 seconds, I'll say you get 2 of them prepped.
Okay. Unless I actually, I don't get 2 shots, so
No, you don't.
it doesn't matter. Two
Okay.
rounds.
Okay.
And,
Pearl. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. I was just gonna say, I'll be aiming for sales.
Gotcha. Just remind me on your turn.
Yeah.
All right, Pearl.
What's the distance right now?
Like 370, 380. Still. Oh no, you guys are like 400 now because of the ship's movement. Your ship's movement.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Well, I mean, if I try to hit an arrow,
You got a long bow, short bow, or a crossbow?
She doesn't have any because she is a firearm person,
Oh,
and the range on that is 90 feet.
yeah, no, I'm very light.
But it does more damage, so
Yeah, no.
you just got to be closer. Okay. Brad.
Alright. So I'm gonna keep it simple because I know they're within the ballista ranges and stuff. Will you let me know when they get within 200 feet?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have them. Gal just turned it. I'm going to tell the crew to loose their bolts.
Okay. Go ahead and launch 2 of them. Yep. I'm keeping track too, so.
So let's launch 2.
That'll hit. That one's gonna miss.
So that's all I'm going to have. I would ask Gal to relay to the Silt to try to maneuver into a position where we can have all 3 ships. How do I say it? Basically, all 3 ships can engage at once.
Let's make it real simple. You're barking out a command. It's either turn left, turn right, or straight on.
No. This is to. Oh, okay. Yeah. Have ask Silt to keep going to starboard. To be straight.
So keep turning starboard.
Yeah.
Hard or soft?
Soft.
Okay. You got that, Gallon?
I relayed that to Tatty B. Earring.
Okay.
You relay what? No,
Well, it's your turn. It's your turn, Becca. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna say that, Captain, am I turning my ship at all? Or our ship at all?
No.
Alright, then I am going to attack
Okay.
longbow.
Yep, he's still on there. Go ahead and drop it in the combat tracker, and or in the chat box. Another crit. Look at you. So that'll be 6.
Sounds
Okay.
like Otis is rubbing off on Silton a little bit.
Roll it again.
Drop that motherfucker.
That'll hit
I have a personal
for
gripe with this one.
another 9.
And that's my turn.
All right. That will bring us back up to the top. The distances I've found are the hardest part about this so far. Just because of how small I had to make the grid.
That's why I was just asking, like, when they're within 200 feet. Just like,
Yeah.
having a hell of a time trying to keep the distance.
Your ship actually would have moved last round to about there, which means you guys are at 250 right now, Brad. Your ship is at 250. It is going to launch a stone at the Hope again. Natty 1. And, oh, not the damage. It's going to launch 2 bolts as well. First one hits. Second one misses. The Hope. Scooch up a little bit. Launch another bolt. Hitting. Katie.
I'm going to tell Truage to turn soft starboard, and I'm going to ask Pearl to not raise, lower, engage the sails. Full sails, please, Pearl.
Give it a boost.
Nitrous.
So, center of ship to center of ship is 350. For the purposes of, like, shooting a crossbow bolt at 320 feet, I'll say you're within range.
I still got nothing to do other
Okay.
than
Well, you gave a command, so that was your thing. Yeah, you don't notice anything different about or anything new. So, all right, Tatty.
Okay, you said I managed to get 2 of those crossbow bolts made.
So they are made. I will let you light one as a bonus action with a survival check. Sit there with the flint and it doesn't light.
Shit. Okay, well,
You can use your action to try again, and then it'll be lit for the next round if you want.
yeah, okay. Let's try that.
Okay.
It's the same damn thing! Jeez.
Same damn thing.
Telling you, there's something up with the rules on Fantasy Ground.
I don't know, man. Don't know. Anything else for you, Tatty?
I use my cunning action to do it again.
Okay.
wait. I saw silk where the darkness was, and then it appeared, right?
Yep.
So I could safely assume that silt had something to do with that darkness.
Yeah, I think I've used it before.
Yeah, you have. So you're aware of that. Yeah.
Right. So I would say something like, "Silk, shift. Bring your darkness to this side."
Not doing a lot of good anyway.
Okay. Pearl, anything for you?
Not yet. Wait.
Not gonna listen to your captain's orders.
There's nothing I can do. Bro, I told you to engage the sails.
You guys are running half sails right now. She told you to drop them to full sail so that you guys can be at full speed.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, I'll do that.
You've got this, Pearl.
Make an athletics check for me, Pam.
Oh my god.
It's one person doing a 2 to 4 person job.
We got nothing.
Hey,
No fucking close.
you nailed it though.
Thank god.
So you guys are up to full speed.
I just imagine like casually like, okay, fine. Walks over there, like just like kicks at the thing, and it just like unrolls.
And
Sounds
then
like
she'll
shit
take her
right now. She's
Oh,
like
fucking cool.
So what actually happens is you guys have been climbing up and like doing all this rigging and whatnot, and she just like walks over to a rope tied to the outside rail and pulls it, and the sail drops. She's like, that's how you do it. That's how ships work.
I'm just like, odds cool. Just walks over casually, just like unrolls it, just like done.
No, I don't think it's actually like that. I'm trembling. You guys want to see me? I'm anxious. Like, oh, here we go. We're gonna fuck it up. But no, good job. That was so close though. When let me stay quiet about the dice roll. Okay.
Brad,
Hold on. Sorry, my sound just went all crazy on me.
okay.
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like all of a sudden, my music started playing, and I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Nope, it's all good. Okay, so last round with the ballistas, they fired, and then one crew member on each ballista was able to load. So they will be able to aim and fire this round, and then next round they won't be able to fire.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. We'll have them fire.
Okay. You can go ahead and send 2.
Roughly what distance, out of curiosity, is it?
I told you how far you were a second ago.
Within
You're
200 feet.
you're 250 right now.
Okay, they just haven't moved yet.
They moved, you haven't. Okay.
There's one. There's two. Alright. I'm reload at the moment.
Okay.
We tell Gal to make sure that we don't run into any of the ships because we're about to get real close to each other.
Okay.
Would there have been any movement for us last?
Yeah, I took care of that.
Okay.
You guys moved. So for the Unamid, I need to know if you guys are turning or not. We're gonna do kind of both your turns concurrently here because it matters.
I'm not planning on moving if we don't. If that makes sense.
So Gallon, are you turning the ship at all?
No. No, I don't think so.
Okay. So that will put your guys' turn. You'll be 245 feet on that turn. But Becca, go ahead with whatever you're gonna do.
Sorry, Brad, were you gonna say something?
No. We're good. I'm fine.
Hits. Ten points of damage.
Well,
That one misses. But it misses everything this time, not just him.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All
Sometimes it's a
right.
win when I don't need a comrade.
Yeah. And that's it for you?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Galleon is going to... like so. Mangonel's going to launch for the Hope. Missing. And Ballistas for the Unamed. First one hits. 15 damage. Second one misses. Somebody had pointed out resisted on ballista damage. That is something that we haven't dealt with in any of the campaigns. Ships have what's called a damage threshold. Basically, if you roll damage and you don't at least meet whatever that threshold is set at, it doesn't do any damage. That's how that works. That's why his Brad's first ballista attack did damage, and then the second one didn't do any. So, because there's a threshold, you have to do so much damage, or you don't do any at all.
So it hit, but it just went.
Yeah, like, didn't have enough force to penetrate the hole and bounced off, basically. So that's what that situation was. The Hope is gonna skittle a little bit. And launch a ballista. Missing. Katie. Your current distance is approximately 280 feet.
Where
And it is coming straight at you.
Yeah, where are we gonna end up?
If you
Full sail.
don't turn, you'll be... right there. No, it is not. Let me know if you're good with that or not. So,
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Wanna hit friendly ships. And then does the range change from there?
for what? Oh, for the overall range.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. General range, no, 285 still.
Okay, I will. I will move myself over to scale. Can I get to the?
Like over here-ish.
I want to get so that it's blocking the galleon's view of the helm.
Okay, so like right there.
Yeah, but without, putting anybody.
No, I'll say Pearl was on the far side of the ship, finishing up the sails, and Truage and Tilla are like just outside of your bubble.
And, I'll let them know that it's me, not.
Okay. Hey, I'm the big black blob walking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, yeah, I guess that's it.
All right, Taddy, for your bonus action, another survival check. No.
Okay, hold on.
All you need's a 10, bud. I set it super low.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Well,
say multiple players with multiple different decks had this
no, no,
happen.
no, no. This is the third 8 I got in a row.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is I was
Yeah.
rolling multiple 6s. You're
I-
going multiple turns. Like,
I don't know. I just
in the
work
world
here.
of RNG, I would call that a pattern.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
Extra credit for 3 dates in a row.
There you go.
Fucking talent 20.
With a nat 20, I will say part of the railing actually super small, just barely catches on fire, and you know that in the next 12 seconds you'll be quick enough that you'll be able to light both bolts off of it without doing any damage to the ship.
Hell yeah.
All right, and that was your action that time. So,
I guess so. God damn it.
you know what?
Then
I'm feeling generous, and you guys have, I don't know what's up with the dice, so I will say with a nat 20 you can also take a shot this round.
Thank you. Okay. Do I need like any
Nope.
negatives for shooting for sale?
Not the sale, no. They have their individualized ACs to compensate for how big or small they are. 17 will hit.
All right.
Okay.
And
And
then
then,
standard.
yep, roll a
Add for fire.
roll a d6. Okay. And we'll call that the forward sail, the one closest to you guys right now.
Okay.
And then every round, it'll take 1d6 fire damage up to half of the sail's overall health. Because there's 2 sails, so when it hits half, that one will stop.
Okay.
That's a me mechanic. You don't have to worry about that. I'm just explaining it.
All right.
Anything else for you, Taddy?
Getting a little excited over finally lighting the fucking thing. Other than that, no, I'm good.
All right. The rear ship's still coming. Brad.
Has there been any distance changes between us?
I'm looking right now. You guys just hit within 200, so you're at 190 right now.
So I would leave the crews to load.
So they are already loading from last round, but they will not be able to fire this round.
So I'll have them do what they're doing. And then I'm going to come up to the bow of the ship. See if this works, or I should ask if this works. Going based off of what we did with the storm last time.
Yep, I'm already tracking. So you can pick a point within 120 feet to call down using the current storm. So from where you are, that's your bubble to call right now.
Then I would not.
Okay. So you don't want to cast it just to have it ready?
No, let me see.
I should also mention, I should have said this earlier. I'm sorry. When it comes to giving crews orders, you can give orders such as continue to fire at will, and that way you don't have to give the command every round. But they will continue to fire no matter what until issued a different order.
Okay. But if I do that, that's my action, right? I would
Correct.
cast a spell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them do that.
Okay.
Or I'm not. I mean, I'm just gonna have them doing their action. I'm not gonna give them the order just yet. I am gonna cast Call Lightning and have that prepared.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming it would be able to be somewhat disguised. Because I'm not actually gonna call down a. I'm sure it's not a.
It. So let's see.
It just
So
says that choose a point under the cloud.
Within 120 feet of you. So you pick a point within the circle that's currently up, and then from there, you will be able to call down lightning within 60 feet of that point, which is that big of a circle. So you could hit the ship right now if you put that there, but that 60-foot radius sphere doesn't move.
Got it. So no, I will not be doing that then. So I will actually change that. I will not cast that spell, and I will give them the order to fire a cannon and use that as my action.
Okay. Yay, game mechanics. All right, Becca, anything for you?
Captain, is there anything you need me to do for manning the ship?
Did I move your guys' ship this round yet?
No.
Okay.
Are we staying course? Because it looks like next round we might collide with them. And or they will collide with us, depending on movement.
Get us close, but not close enough that they can warn us.
Judgment call, Becca. What are you doing?
People!
So
She's like, I just want to follow orders, and you ain't giving them. What the fuck?
No, exactly, like, you're the fucking captain! And then, like, DM's the one who's got all that distant shit! Like, what do you want me to do?
Roll some dice.
go soft
I'm,
port.
I was gonna say, you're gonna do a soft port? I was thinking soft starboard, but...
If you do, you're gonna put us in the storm. Go soft port,
Alright. I will turn it soft.
and make sure you
Soft
tell
port.
everybody that.
That's so close.
You guys are touching tips again.
That's why I said make sure tell everybody that.
And I pass along the order to Daddy. No,
Before you do it? Or after?
yeah, before I do it.
Okay.
And that'll be...
Okay. Okay, dog.
What up, homie?
Freedom.
No, she tries to crawl her way up onto my lap. $50 to rate. Oh, sorry. Wrong button. They're still heading straight on. Another stone comes launching, misses, which is good because I actually misfired last round. And 2 bolts for the Unamed. First one misses. Second one hits. 18 points of damage. Hope. Is going to fire a bolt. You guys watch this bolt fly overhead, launch at the ship, and actually strike down where the helm is, basically knocking half of the wheel. You know, the ship steering wheel, the helm wheels, basically knocks half of it clean off. And no, that's on the galleon. The Hope just launched the ballista that did that. Katie.
I'm going to try soft armor. Not get hit. Okay, boop.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Pearl that we might be getting some closer range here for killing some So soon. Just letting her know. And I tell Taddy that too.
All right. Taddy, anything else for you?
Yeah, I plan on taking this out.
All right.
Is that
Yep, you got one more fire crossbow, which I'm assuming is going at the second sale.
yeah, which doesn't matter. Sell to me.
Okay. Well, it does matter because if you aim at the same one you hit the first time, they'll still have the second sale after the first one's burned up.
Okay, yeah, I'll shoot the second one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. Crossbow plus a d6.
Crossbow damage.
Okay. And then roll an additional d6. Okay. All right. Both sails are now starting to light a blaze.
Damn right. All right.
All right. Pearl, anything for you?
No.
Okay. Brad, go ahead while I move these other ships.
Our ballistas should be up, right?
Correct. They are fire at will. So go ahead and I'll just tell you at the beginning of each of your turns if they can fire or not. Go ahead and fire both of them.
And what's our distance out of curiosity in the booms?
Currently you're 150. First one hits. Resisted to 0. That's that damage threshold I was talking about. Take the second one. That'll hit. Resisted again. You have used 4 of the 15 bolts. And they are immediately back. Like, you didn't even issue a command this round. They fire, and they're immediately loading it again. Loading them again.
And I can
You still have a full turn, so...
I can call the storm within 120 feet, right?
So, you can pick a point within 120 feet of yourself. So, within that point, and then from that point, you can call lightning down within 60 feet. So, wherever you wanted to do that.
I will actually do that this turn, except for I'm going to try to move it, basically get as much as the ship as I can, but
Okay.
have them kind of coming through it.
Yeah, I'll help you with that because of where the storm bubble is too. I will say this is like a little bit outside of the storm bubble, or the anti-storm bubble rather. And it's in line with the ship course, so as long as they don't turn, you'll be able to keep hitting.
But the ship is inside the storm, right? Itself.
Inside the what?
So you said that my storm cloud came down outside of the storm cloud.
The anti-storm bubble. Yes.
Gotcha. But part of it, I'm assuming, because the ship is probably still in the storm, right? The actual
Yeah.
storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the entirety of the galleon is still outside of the anti-storm bubble.
Gotcha. So when I call it down so I called it down, I'm gonna have that lightning bolt strike.
And you'll get the extra die
Okay. That's
for it being a natural storm. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I will. Taddy set the sail on fire, right?
Both. They're
Both
on
of them now.
Okay.
Yeah, your boy's on it.
Nuts. Then I guess I don't really know what to kind of blow out the water at the moment.
Just
I'll
call it
point
down on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, call it down and wherever it's going to do the most damage.
Okay. Yeah, just drop it on the ship. I mean, you can try to hit the sail if you want to try and blow the sail out quicker, or you can just call it down on the ship as a whole. It's your choice.
I feel like that's a waste though if I hit the sail. Alright, so I'm just going to call it down on the ship. Does it need the DC save? Does it just deal the damage because there's no save?
Give me 1 second. Oh, drop the save on it. It's got a dex score, so. Succeeds.
Wow, really?
It's not a matter of the ship getting out of the way. It's lightning bolts are unpredictable.
So let me...
So, but it still takes half damage. And so it'll take half 4d10 lightning damage.
If I popped the channel divinity, that wouldn't max out the damage, right?
That's the destructive wrath one.
Yeah, the destructive wrath. So the destructive wrath basically gives it. The reason I'm asking is because on the failed save it's half damage, but the destructive wrath gives it auto full damage. If that makes sense. So what I'm trying to make sure is
So it's
full
it-
20. I wanted to
it's-
get the full 40.
it succeeded on its deck save, so it will take max of half damage. So it'll take 20 lightning damage.
Okay, then I'll just throw for half damage then.
Okay. So
Save that for another time.
Yep.
Use up the damage then.
and just right click that once while you've got the die to add the extra d10 to it. 24. Resisted.
On a 24?
Give me 1 second on that.
That seems really fucking high.
It should have taken that. I don't know why it didn't. Yeah, no, I'll add it to it. I don't know why it didn't take that damage. Okay, it took the damage. I did it manually. So you see the lightning bolt strike out of the sky, just missing the bow of the ship. But as it comes down, you can see like arcs of lightning singeing and scarring the ship's hull.
Yeah, that's all I got for
Okay, Becca.
Am I changing direction, changing course?
what's our distance?
It was like
Less than 150.
No, maintain your course.
Okay, so that's where you guys will end up there. That'll hit. I can just hear Captain Rondis on the ship like, what the fuck? Why isn't anybody else getting shot?
You just look important. It's nothing personal.
Careful, it is personal.
Did you mark him? Is he marked
Not-
alive?
Not close enough yet. Gotta be within 90 feet for that. Alright. Well, that will bring us up to the galleon, which is, of course, going to move. To there. Oh, what the fuck? Where'd my map just go? There we go. I somehow closed it on accident. The Hope does move every round. It is extremely slow.
It just looks like I hadn't moved since.
I mean, only 25 feet per round. I mean, that's
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah. Bunch of ballista bolts. So we're just gonna skip the next one because that was a nat 1. There's the second one, hits the Unamed. And then we got one coming off the starboard bow for the Rock and a Hard Place.
That
22.
automatic miss give us another ballista bolt while we were in deck.
That automatic miss made me skip the second of 3 attacks it was going to get off the port side this round.
But we got hit, so we do have another.
You guys have a few sticking out of the hole right now. 5, 10, 15, 20.
We'll work on that for
Yeah.
Unamed.
Now we take some of these ballista machines off of this but get our own.
There you go.
2. Okay. So you're still watching the other ship, right?
Oh yeah.
I guess Gallon, you are too, because you just shot Captain Rondis, who's standing next to the helm. So both of you would see that the helm is down to like. So a normal ship's helm, the helm is like the width of a human, and then some, and all that's left now are little wooden paddles for like a mini sailboat. So the helm has reduced from like 4 feet in diameter down to like a foot. Katie.
Can you ping where the ballistas and are on the galleon?
You can see them if you zoom in on it.
Oh.
Yeah. The mangonel is this big one in the... Well, I can't get it. Hold on. Yep, that one right there. Your range to that right now, 180. Fucking math. Call it 120. Roughly. I'm ballparking, so we'll just call it 120.
So we're not gonna change colors. I feel like
Okay.
hopefully
I will give you some movement then, and we will see where you end up. So that is going to change. Your distance to the mangonel is now 140. Your distance to that closest ballista is like 90, 100, right around there.
I'm going to.
Okay, just drop them in the chat box, and I will let you know if you hit or not. That one hits. Okay. No. It leaves a little singe mark on it.
Call out to everybody on the ship in general to get ready for me. Starboard? Soft turn. But don't do it.
Okay. Okay. Taddy. Mhm.
I'm assuming the helm's within my crossbow range.
Yeah.
Then I'm taking a shot at that.
Okay. That'll hit.
8 damage.
You line up your shot and take it, and as you do so, you see what's left of the helm, like, shattering and exploding and getting knocked off the ship. And Rondis stands there and looks at it and goes, mouths some words, which Galen, you can see what word he mouths, and I will whisper it to you. Anything else for you, Taddy?
I'm gonna have a big ass fucking grin and wait, I'm gonna whisper, Gal, did you see that?
I'm gonna be like, yeah, Taddy.
Taddy, I also need you to roll 2d6.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because I got lethal fire.
Do I have
Mm-hmm.
time to whisper back to Taddy?
Yeah, that was a nice roll, Daddy.
Okay.
Sixes, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. The sails are like a quarter, a fifth of the way engulfed in flames currently. Pearl, anything for you?
Did I see what happened?
Unless you're
Sh-
standing right next to
sure.
me for some reason.
Yeah, no, you saw it.
And what happened?
That's the real question. Yeah, you saw.
Okay. No, I'm just celebrating too with Daddy. Yeah, good shot, buddy.
Okay.
Go. Do it again.
Brad, go ahead. You get both ballista shots at the beginning of this turn.
So without the helm, that means they're just going whichever way they're fucking going. There's no control over their ship.
They are locked in direction. So that's 33 points of damage to the galleon. Double crits.
God damn.
Holy
Now, we're gonna force restart the game now because Brad pointed out multiple dice rolls. It's got to be a system glitch.
It takes 3 to be a glitch.
All right, another 30 there.
Do that. For me personally, since they're firing at will,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call down another lightning bolt on the ship.
Okay.
Dex save. It fails, so I will do the channel divinity. Make it max, which would be
40. Okay.
and then I'm again gonna reiterate the gal to get us within where'd it go?
I mean, at this rate, I'm not really moving because it's on a clear course because it can't steer.
Yeah, but I need you to get us upside of it, alongside of it. I need to be within 60 feet alongside of it.
If I do a hard turn, am I gonna hit it?
You might want to raise some sails a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise them to.
Well, so I don't want to interrupt or anything, but we only have 30 feet of movement ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing on average has been moving 50 feet. So even with raising the sails, it's still going to match up with us. I'm more worried about the hope. I'm not worried about because the hope needs to fucking turn.
Right. If you raise the sails, you wouldn't run into a hope.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
the hope would see us turning and hopefully would turn.
Not fully of not
Would you like
that's
to-
what we're going for.
Would you like me to turn port or starboard?
Um,
If I turn a soft I would be heading in the same direction as the galleon.
Right.
And if I raise the sails, it'll catch up, and then we'll still be alongside it.
You might miss the hook if you do just
A soft port.
So if you do a soft port, you'll come up alongside it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm cool with that.
Maybe not right next to it, but you guys will be broadside to each other.
What would be the
Crashing to each other.
distance broadside wise?
I don't know.
Okay. Do soft port for now. Yeah.
And then half sails.
And yeah.
Well, you can do one or the other. You can either run to change the sails, or you can steer the ship.
Let's do the ship. Let's do a soft port.
Oh, better get the fuck out the way or we're gonna ram your ass in.
They can
Just
figure it out.
saying.
They're clearly experienced. You know.
If they can't figure out that we're turning towards them, we got a bigger conversation we need to have with Silver.
Okay. Anything else? All right.
Oh, I
Well,
whisper back to Taddy. Way to go, Taddy! Like that guy just said fuck.
We got him to say fuck.
well, that is going to wrap up tonight's session. Right when it's getting good, I know. That was really quick. But thanks everybody for coming to watch the stream. Make sure you tune in Wednesdays for Curse of Strahd. Keep your eye out for time changes on that one, to be determined. Otherwise, we'll see you back Friday for Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon and more Waters of the Deep next Sunday. Bye, everybody.